In this section, we'll be looking at how we can utilize CardAgent to not only scan and view the contents of camera cards, but also launch workflows created in CardAgent. Up to now, we've been looking at some of the workflow capabilities of CardAgent and have a good basic understanding of what's possible. But now we're going to look at a separate application that can be deployed on multiple machines around a facility to easily view and import media in bulk. The interface, as you can see, is very simple to allow for non-technical people to quickly ingest camera cards using workflows that have been previously built. The main tabs are Setup, where we can select and connect to a CardAgent and browse the workflows. Job List, which shows us the status of completed and running jobs. Submit allows us to select and launch available workflows from the CardAgent we're connected to. Examine displays the structure of the selected card as well as providing us with a player in the lower half of the screen. And finally, Browse allows us to define and scan any drives or card readers that are attached to the workstation. The actual workflow is equally straightforward. To begin with, simply determine which drives you want to scan using the Manage Locations button at the bottom of the Browse tab. Now, if you want to add a new location, say for instance a directory that contains media, simply drag that folder into the Browse tab and CardAgent will create a new location for it. Because the locations are mapped at an OS level, to remove one, simply disconnect mapped drives in the Windows Explorer view. Now, if the automatic scan hasn't started, or you would like to refresh that view, simply double-click on the drive letters. As the scan populates the view, you can click on a card and the contents will be displayed in the Examine tab. Now, by default, all clips inside the card structure will be marked for import, but you can easily customize what you want processed by using the check buttons. To view any of the clips, push the play button to the right of the entry and this will load the clip into the player window. As with the player in CardAgent, we can mark in and out points to trim your clips if needed. There are extensive naming and numbering options that allow for customization of the card and individual clips. The changes that are made here are then passed on as metadata in the workflow that you choose next. This is a very useful thing if you want to lay down a pre-prescribed naming and project structure for ingested media that is different from the default card metadata. And as the whole process is non-destructive, it's very easy to undo any changes that you make. It's also worth remembering that at no time do you affect the original card metadata. There is also the possibility of presenting the operator with a series of metadata groups, fields and drop-downs that can be further used to drive processes in CardAgent, and we'll be looking at these in another video. Having decided on what you'd like to process, it's simply a matter of selecting a workflow and launching the job from the Submit panel. You can then monitor the progress in the adjacent jobs list. So as you can see, CardAgent is a great, easy front-end tool that can be used by everyone to quickly view media and launch workflows into CardAgent. The beauty of it is that because all of the heavy lifting, as it were, is being done by CardAgent and job agents, the software can be installed on lower spec ingest machines on the network. In the next section, we'll be looking at various Avid workflows and how CardAgent's seamless integration can help accelerate the editing and delivery process.